some documents around spending thresholds of council officers. Can I go through the documents?
No, that is sufficient because I believe you've read it from a cover note, right?
Yes, but there are several documents. Should I
Is
go
that
over it
not
now?
is that not what you have listed?
No, I just did a summary.
Oh, okay. So you can go to it.
Okay. On the audit, we have here documents or which are memos from the various committees recommending to council on the findings of the audit reports that was forwarded by the internal audit unit. The first one is from the from the establishment and appointment committee to all councillors. The second is from the chairman of the accounts committee to the Lord Mayor, dated 28 June 2021. Accounts committee updates. And in that memo, there's a review of the quarterly audit report. The fourth document is from the clerk of council to the chairman of the establishment on the recommendation of the recruitment of the internal audit director. The other document is a council minutes dated 12 July 2019. And this is recommendations from the accounts committee about the quarterly audit reports. So I would like to have that under the internal audit reports of General Counsel. The other document is the bottle crusher, is minutes from the General Council meeting of 8 February 2021, which actually shows councillors' complaints about how the bottle crusher was purchased, and that's the circumstances of the bottle crusher. On the minutes of 19 March 2019, these are minutes about the discussions around the thresholds of council by the councillors. (8.18) and discussions about the thresholds around the CEO. Then the other document is the circumstances around the employment of Mr. Kemo Fati. These are the documents in my possession. Thank you. Oh, sorry. This is, there's 4 documents. Sorry, I forgot about it. These are copies for the commission. These are the processes the council has taken in the procurements that required GPPA approval. This procurements above 500,000. The first document is the procurements around the contracting of the fencing of Bakote Dome site. The second document is the procedures taken for the waste processing at the Bakote Dome site, procurement of waste processing. The third document is the procurement around market infrastructure. The fourth document is the processes around the award of contract for police uniforms and accessories. The fifth document is the processes around the municipal bus service. The sixth document is the processes around the supply of fuel coupons. The sixth document is the processes around the procurement of council motorbikes. The other document is the processes around the development of the KMC Annex driveway. The seventh document is the processes around the rehabilitation of the KMC Annex. The other document is the processes around the automated revenue collection system. The other document is the processes around the development of parks and playgrounds. The other document is the development around the processes around the procurement of Kotukware market. The other document is the processes around the procurement of the Charles Jau Memorial Assembly Hall. The other document is the processes around the procurement of the municipal radio. The other document is the processes around the development of Latkumba Low roadworks in Sarakunda. This document is council resolutions on various other procurements. There are various. This is the processes around the procurement of Mali trucks. And the last document on procurement is the processes around the MOUs and leases of council. So, put them in one envelope for you.
We apply to tender the following documents. The first is Kanopi Municipal Council minutes of senior management meeting held at the Mayor's Chamber on Friday, 6th of March 2020. In relation to the appointment of Kemo Fati. Attached to that minutes of meeting is the KMC interview rating sheet. We have a curriculum vitae from Kemo Fati. We have minutes of senior management meeting held at Council Chamber on Tuesday, the 24th of March, 2020 at 9:05. Signed by Jaja Cham. Where are the original documents of these minutes of meetings?
I could only establish copies. These files are from my office.
Okay. Do we know where the originals would be?
The council clerk and the members said they submitted all they had to the commission.
Including these ones?
Yes, I asked them. They said all these files are what I could find from my office.
Right. We have the files we have for the minutes of council meetings are all photocopies, the one I see with the lawyers, but we will communicate to you in confirming that position. We also have General Council meeting minutes. The date is 2nd of March 2020. We have General Council resolutions on the 2nd of March 2020. We have General Council meeting minutes of the 19th of March 2019. Signed by Usman Gay, Council Clerk. We have the General Council meeting minutes of the 8th of February 2021. This is concerning the bottle crusher, but this one is not signed. Please confirm, Mr. Witness.
Yeah, it's not signed. These are copies, like I said, of my office.
Okay.
Clerk claims he sent all the originals to the commission.
Okay, so we will request a copy. If the original is sent, then if there is a copy, then and it's not signed, then we can't admit it. If we have a photocopy that has a signature on it, photocopied from the original, we can make reference to it.
I don't think that would be possible because the clerk said he forwarded all his documents. So these are from my office files.
All right. So what we do, Honorable Registrar, is to have a copy of that. We can confirm those minutes, Honorable Chairperson, from the clerk, because we can't admit it if it is not signed. Honorable Chairperson, yeah.
Mayor Bensouda, we will, you will ask the class to, you will ask your clerk, that is clerk of council, to liaise with the registrar to confirm whether we are in receipt of this document.
Okay.
And if we are in receipt of this document, that will be communicated to you.
Thank you.
During the course of the proceedings.
Thank you very much. We have, so that has to be excluded from the, we have a memo from the chairman, Establishment and Appointment Committee, addressed to the Lord Mayor and to all councillors and the CEO, the line directors as well. The date is the 28th of June 2021 in relation to the audit findings, signed by Mr. Habib ML Sise. We have another KMC memo from the chairman, Accounts Committee, addressed to the Lord Mayor and to all councillors, and the CEO is copied, the line directors as well. The date is 28th of June 2021 in relation to audit findings. The quarterly reports. We have a General Council meeting minutes of the 15th of July 2019. Signed by Usman Gay, Clerk of Council. We also have a General Council meeting on the 25th of March 2021. Concerning audit and finance is also not signed by Usman Gay. We don't have the signature, so the same will apply for this one. We have General Council. Please let the witness confirm that the signature is not there, so that the same ruling or order by the chairperson will hold or apply.
Yes, the signature is not there.
All right, thank you very much. We also have the General Council meeting minutes on the 30th of December 2019. is also not signed by Usman Gay, Clerk of Council. The witness may respectfully confirm this.
Yeah, it's not signed.
Thank you very much. We have the Accounts Committee recommendations of the 23rd of January 2019. It is signed by Parlamin Jiba. It is an original copy. We have General Council meeting on the 2nd of December 2019 concerning accounts. Also not signed by Usman Gay, the Clerk of Council. The witness has perfectly confirmed that.
Yes, not signed.
All right, thank you. We have recommendations for the recruitment of a Director of Internal Audit from the Clerk of Council to the Chairman Establishment and Appointment Committee on the 6th of January 2020. It is signed by Usman Gay and it is an original copy. We have the minutes of senior management meeting held at the Mayor's Chambers on Friday, 12th of July 2019 at 9:06 a.m. Signed by Dembo S.N. Sane, Director of Administration. Concerning procurement, we have the request for approval contract award for Bakote dump site. Attached to that is a letter addressed to Chief Executive Officer KMC from GPPA on the 30th of May 2019. A contract agreement, which is a photocopy as well, from between Kanifing Municipal Council and Bajam Enterprise. There's a contracts committee recommendation on the 18th of March 2020, signed by Senator Martin Sonko. It's a photocopy document. A contracts committee update on the 28th of August 2019, signed by Jaya Cham. It's a photocopy. We have Contracts and Finance Joint Committee meeting. The date is 11th of August 2021, signed by Abdullah Jane and Kajali Jane. We have a memo from the clerk to council addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, and the Lord Mayor's copy, and the file copy is maintained on the 18th of March 2020. The General Council resolutions, signed by Usman Gay, Clerk of Council, and endorsed by Talib Ahmed Bensouda, the Mayor. We have contract committee recommendations on the 18th of March 2020, signed by Senator Martin Sonko. Request for approval for waste processing at Bakote dump site on the 18th of May 2020, signed by Modu Ann for the Director General GPPA. Request for approval emergency clause for waste processing 24th of March 2020 from GPPA addressed to the CEO KMC, signed by Pa Modu Ann for the Director General GPPA. We have contracts committee meeting addressed, General Contracts Committee meeting minutes of the 21st of November 2019. Signed by Jaya Cham, the CEO, Nyima Kamara, Director of Planning, Abdullah Kebe, Vice Chairman, Binta Jane Jalo, Councillor Sharif Jai, Acting Director of Finance, Fatoumata S. Cham, Procurement Manager, Lamin Sanyang, Director of Services. We have Contract Committee meeting of the 17th of October 2019. Signed by the Contract Committee members, Jaya Cham, Musa Abba, Abdullah Kebe, Nima Kamara, Binta Jane, Jalo, Sheriff Njai, and Fatoumata S. Cham. We also have the procurement documents in relation to the award market infrastructure. A letter from GPPA addressed to the Chief Executive Officer of the 7th of July 2020, signed by Senator Nyang for the Director General GPPA. A letter addressed to the CEO Safi Construction from KMC with a subject notice of extension of tender process. That's the market structure, signed by Senator Martin Sonko, Chief Executive Officer KMC. I have a notice of extension. Okay, it's one and the same document. We have forwarding market RFP market infrastructure of the 7th of February 2020 from GPPA addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, signed by Paul Mendy, Director General. There is a letter from GPPA addressed to the CEO KMC on the 16th of January 2020 with the subject forwarded market infrastructure. We have, that's also a duplicate. We have a Canopy Municipal Council Contracts Committee meeting. The location is the Deputy Mayor's chamber. It is not signed. The witness may confirm this.
Yes, contract committee meeting is not signed. I don't know whether the last page is missing because it doesn't seem to have a...
Okay, right, we will take note of that. You need to extract that part from the documents. We have a letter addressed to the Managing Director, Nani Supply and Procurement from Carnifing Municipal Council on the 21st of October 2019. It's an award of contract signed by Jaya Cham, CEO of KMC. It's an acting CEO. Attached to it is an agreement between Carnifing Municipal Council, represented by Jaya Cham, and Yani Supply and Procurement. It is signed by both parties. We have a GPPA letter addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, Carnifing Municipal Council, with a subject evaluation report on the procurement of police uniforms and accessories on the 18th of October 2019. An agreement between Carnifing Municipal Council and Nani Supply and Procurement is attached and signed by both parties, or photocopies. We have a GPPA letter addressed to the CEO, Carnifing Municipal Council, with the subject request for approval of bid document for the procurement of municipal police uniforms and shorten of bid period, signed by Pamuru Ann, Director General for the Director General GPA. A memo from KMC, from the Chairman Contracts Committee to the Lord Mayor. The date is 11th of February 2019, with the subject contract committee updates. It is not signed. A contracts committee meeting, the 12th of September 2019. Signed by members of the contracts committee, Jaya Cham, Musa Abba, Deputy Mayor, Nima Kamara, Abdullah Kebe, Binta Jane Jalo, Bakari Jao, Sherif Njai, Lamin Sanyang, Fatumata S. Cham, and Malamin Sise. That one is signed. We want the witness to confirm the contract committee updates of the 11th of February 2019.
Yeah, the updates are not signed, but the memo is signed.
All right. Thank you very much. We have also an agreement in relation to the municipal bus services. An agreement dated the 28th day of July 2020 between Carnifing Municipal Council and No Fly Transport Limited. We have a letter from GPPA addressed to Chief Executive Officer KMC on the 24th of June 2020 with the subject award municipal bus service, signed by Paul Mendy for the DG. A KMC letter addressed to CEO No Fly Transport, signed by Senator Martin Sonko, Chief Executive Officer. A letter from KMC addressed to CEO TK Export, with the subject notice of extension of tender process. This is the municipal bus service, signed by the CEO at the time, Senator Martin Sonko. Notice of extension of tender process, that is the municipal bus service, addressed to the CEO TK Motors. Notice of extension of tender process in relation to the municipal bus service, addressed to CEO GTSC, signed by the CEO at the time, Senator Martin Sonko. The GPPA letter addressed to the CEO KMC on the 12th of March 2020 with the subject request for advice on extension of tender process. We have a KMC letter addressed to the Director General Gambia Public Procurement Authority on the 12th of March 2020, signed by Senator Martin Sonko with the subject request for advice on extension of tender process. Okay, the two documents I have read are the same. Let me confirm that. No, they are two different documents of the same date. We have the GPPA letter from the Chief Executive Officer on the 10th of February 2020 with the subject forwarding RFP municipal bus service, signed by Paul Mendy for the DG. A memo from KMC with the subject contracts committee as task forces updates. The subject approval of municipal bus service project, signed by Senator Martin Sonko. We have a KMC contracts committee meeting minutes of the 4th of June 2020. It's signed by Senator Martin Sonko, Musa Abba, Dauda Bari, Nima Kamara, Binta Jane Jalo, Dr. Aliu Keita, and Fatumata S. Cham. We have contracts committee meeting minutes dated the 20th of March 2020. It is signed by Senator M. Martin, Musa Ba, Nima Kamara, Binta Jane Jalo, Dr. Aliu Keita, Sharif Njai, and Fatoumata S. Cham. We have an agreement that is the agreement itself has no date, except that it is made in 2023 between Carnival Municipal Council and Ja Oil Company Gambia Limited. It bears the signature of Kajali Jane, the Deputy Chief Executive Officer, who signed on the 17th of January 2023, and Hamidou Jah signed on the 17th of January 2023, and the witnesses, the procurement manager Abdullah Jane signed on the 17th of January 2023, and the witnesses for Ja Oil Company Limited, Lamin Toure, the HR manager, signed on the 17th of January 2023. This is for the supply of fuel coupons. We have a GPPA letter addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, Carnival Municipal Council, on the 28th of January 2023. The subject submission of request for quotations, signed by the Director of Procurement Policy and Operations. A letter from GPPA addressed to its CEO, Carnival Municipal Council, on the 5th of January 2023, with the subject submission of request for a restricted tender for the procurement in response to the letter reference BEZ 96 119/01 (2), dated the 28th of December 2022, which relates to the procurement of motor vehicles (service trucks and station wagons). The letter reference is attached. With the subject submission of request for a restricted tender, signed by Kajali Jane, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, addressed to the Director General GPPA. The submission of request for quotation on the 6th of March 2022, signed by Musa Sane, for the Director General GPPA, addressed to the CEO, Carnival Municipal Council. The reference in letter dated the 5th of May 2022, with reference number BEZ 96/119/01. Lot 1 says provision and installation of a conference audio system at the chamber to Tarbis, and the contract sum of $777,000. And lot 2, cladding of the walls at the chambers (desk wood upholstery) to ALRB Trading Company at a contract sum of $795,500. A letter from GPPA on the 22nd of July 2022, addressed to the CEO, KMC, application for deviation procurement of seedlings part VIIF. Lost my Latin Article 144 of the GPPA regulations. It references the letter GPPA as KMC TR 822. The date is 7th of July 2022. This is signed by Director Policy and Operations. A letter from the GPPA addressed to the CEO the 20th of July 2022 says submission for the procurement of services for tender KEPT /ADM K004/2022. A letter from GPPA addressed to the Carnival Municipal Transport Program, the 14th of April 2022. The GPPA letter addressed to the KMC CEO, 19th of January 2022. Attached is a letter addressed to the CEO, KMC, on the 28th of December 2020 from GPPA, and a Contract and Finance Joint Committee meeting minutes signed by Kajali Jane and Abdullah Jane. A letter from GPPA addressed to the CEO, Carnival Municipal Council, on 29th of March 2019. An agreement between KMC and Tender Enterprise Contract Committee meeting minutes of the 25th of January 2019. KMC letter addressed to the President, the Ecotech Africa Limited, the 7th of June 2021. A payment voucher, PV 210812, evidencing payment to Ecotech Africa Limited from the Arab Gambia Islamic Bank. A letter addressed to the CEO, Carnifin Municipal Council from Ecotech. A GPPA letter on the 17th of March 2021. The award of automated revenue collection system. 15th January 2021, GPPA letter addressed to the CEO to the subject request for retender of the digital revenue collection project. The GPPA letter addressed to the CEO request for retender of the digital revenue collection project. 10th of November 2020, GPA wrote to KMC, the CEO, the subject forwarding RFP digital collection system. November 2020, GPA wrote to KMC, the subject forwarding RFP digital collection system. Attached is also a KMC Contracts Committee meeting minutes of the 21st of May 2021, signed by Abdullah Jane and Kajali Jane. Also is a Contracts Committee meeting of the 28th of May 2021. It's the same one. No, it's not the The first one on the 21st of May 2021 is signed by Kajal Jane and Abdullah Jane. The second one of the 28th of May 2020 is signed by Senator Martin Sonko and Usman Gay. We have 27th of February 2023, letter from GPA addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, subject evaluation report, procurement of simple works, construction for 4 parks with children playing ground. We have a letter attached to it from Peter Boro. That is the Carnife's Environmental Transformation Program, the KETP. That is the Director General, Gambia Public Procurement Authority. 23rd of March, December 2022. The submission of companies for restricted tender for the 4 parks with 4 children playground. We have a letter from GP on the 3rd of November 2022, which reads evaluation report, procurement of simple works, construction of 2 parks with children playing ground at Bakau and Talinding KMC. A contract document for the procurement of works, contract number KMC as RT 001 PD 2022 between KMC Well, this is signed by Kajale Jane. Kajale Jane, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, and Ansumana Sisao, General Manager, and that's a contractor. I have an award of contract from KMC addressed to the Managing Director, Peace Enterprise, on the 16th of January 2023, and by Kajali Drame. Attached is a KMC letter addressed to the Managing Director, Scope Enterprise, and then KMC letter addressed to the Managing Director of Falcons and Engineering on the 16th of January 2023. GPPA letter addressed to the CEO with the subject tender for construction of Charles Jau Memorial Academy Assembly Hall. And the GPPA procurement letter for this addressed to the CEO on the 14th of September 2022 with the subject submission of bid. We have a notice of award of contract of the 2nd of August 2022 to Bajam Enterprise. Notice of award of contract on the 2nd of August 2022 to Mediamatic. Letter from GPPA on the 18th of June 2019, addressed to the CEO. With respect to the Lat Kumba Low road works. We have a General Council resolution of the 15th of January 2019 addressed to the CEO from the Clerk of Council and copied is the Lord Mayor and the Acting Director of Finance, the 15th of January 2019. Signed by Usman Gay and Talib Ahmed Bensouda. A letter on the 25th of October 2018 from the Contracts Committee meeting minutes. Sorry, it's a Contracts Committee meeting minutes of the 25th of October 2018. Signed by Mata S. Cham and Bakari Jao. There's also minutes of the Contracts Committee on the 19th of July 2019. The last one is Contracts Committee updates of the 28th of December 2020 from the Chairperson Contracts Committee to the Lord Mayor to all councillors. Signed by Ms. Senabu Martin Sonko. These documents to be admitted into evidence and marked as exhibits.
Mayor Bensouda, having perused the resolutions that you have submitted, I recall that when you testified on the 25th of August, you were requested to also provide the commission with resolution relative to the issue of the contradictions on the compliance issues that you were advised by the compliance officer. I have perused the resolutions, but I haven't seen that one from council.
You repeat, Ma? You said the
Yes, what I'm saying is that I recall that when you testified on the 25th, you were also asked to produce the resolution relative to the issue of, if I could quote you, you did say that your compliance officer informed you that there was contradiction. And I think this was in relation to the threshold about the 100,000. Is that correct?
Yes, so
Yes.
in the last sitting we had, I submitted a recommendation from the Finance Committee chairperson
Yes.
asking me to comply to the Finance Act of Council.
So it
the
was-
Finance Manual. It was the Finance Committee chair.
Sorry, can you come again? Let me get that clear.
In the last sitting,
Yes.
I submitted a document, a memo
Yes.
from the Finance Committee chair
Yes.
asking for me to comply with the Finance and Audit Act.
Okay.
Sorry, the Finance Manual of Council,
Okay.
which states these thresholds.
This is okay.
it
Thank
was-
you. I just wanted to confirm that. Thank you so much. The witness was requested to present documents, and relative to that, the witness has produced 4 bundles of documents, and I will admit them as follows. The first is in relation to council resolutions, and these are 5 council resolutions. There is also the these resolutions, they are itemized as audit resolutions on audit report, procurement, matters from the committee of council, Mr. Kemo Fati's appointment, which has the all the relevant documents attached thereto. In addition to the first bundle is also the threshold discussion, which was held at the General Council meeting dated the 19th of March 2019. These are all the documents in the first bundle presented by the witness. And the second bundle of documents, and by the way, this the attachment on these documents have been read through by lead counsel, so we have it on record. The second bundle is on matters related to procurement, and these are procurements related to the police uniform and accessories and the relevant documents attached thereto, the market infrastructure and the relevant documents attached thereto, the municipal board services, the agreements and the relevant documents attached thereto, supply of fuel coupons, the agreements and the relevant documents attached to thereto, the procurement of motorbikes, and the relevant documents attached thereto, the furnishing of the town hall, the purchase of seedlings, the procurement of services for tender. These are all documents related to various contracts and procurements, and this is the second bundle of documents. The third bundle, sorry, it's these ones are also in relation to procurement. So I will consider them to be 3 bundles. That is procurement. The first bundle is in relation to General Council meetings and resolutions, and the second one is all on procurement. And the further documents are backwater dump site fencing, and all its related documents. And the last document here is on the backwater dump site waste processing and its related documents. That is the second bundle. And the third and final bundle is the award of contracts, to the construction of Charles Dow Memorial Assembly Hall, the notice of award of contract to the Managing Director, Bajam Enterprise Limited, the notice of award of contract to General Manager, Mediamatic, the other document is in relation to the agreement for the construction of the concrete road and its accompanying documents. There is also the resolution, the General Council resolution, which is dated the 15th of January 2019. This particular resolution has so many issues captured in it. And the number of resolutions contained in this General Council meeting is 14 resolutions that were adopted. A contracts committee meeting dated the 25th of October 2018, and this is in relation to the acquisition of 19 waste trucks for the wards and other relevant issues. A contracts committee updates dated the 28th of December 2020. This is the contracts committee updates is on the review of MOU and leases as per the task assigned by the council. The next document is the Kotukware Market Contract Agreement document, which is between the Kanifing Municipal Council and Peace Enterprises. It is dated, I believe, th of September 2022. There is also the document dated the 19th of January 2021, which is for the submission of standardized bid evaluation forms for the KMC Annex driveway. And the relevant documents are attached there too. A letter dated the 14th of April 2022, and this is for the submission of procurement documents for approval. A letter dated the 29th of March 2019. This is for the it's an evaluation report on the rehabilitation of the annex premises. And the relevant documents are attached there too. The next document is a letter dated the 7th of June 2021, and it is the handing over of the automated revenue collection system, and the relevant documents and memos are attached there too, and meeting minutes. The last document is a letter from the Public Procurement Authority dated the 17th of February 2023, and this is in relation to the evaluation report, that is the procurement of simple works, i.e. construction of 4 parks with children playing ground. And the relevant documents are attached there too. These 3 bundle of documents are admitted together as exhibit, and they are all in one bundle now, and they are marked as LGC/KMC/TAB/006.
As the commission places. Now, we will continue, Mr. Bensouda, with the evidence. And then when we come back, you would have reviewed the exhibits we have admitted, that you have submitted, and to highlight some of the exhibits that are, or documents that are still outstanding. The discussion before the break was the issue regarding honorarium, but I will ask questions first in relation to vouchers we have, 1 or 2, and then we will proceed with the honorarium. I want to show you a payment voucher. It is PV 211559. The date is the 6th of July 2021. You recognize that request?
I recognize the request.
Good. Now, what is that payment about?
It's a request from Charles Jau Memorial Academy for their annual subvention.
Which the council pays, correct?
It is budgeted and is paid
Yes. Now, who is it addressed to, the request?
to the mayor.
Can you please confirm
Sorry,
again?
to the CEO.
All right. Now, did you minute on that request?
Yes, my copy. On my copy.
Okay. Can you please tell us what you wrote on the letter when you received it?
I said DCO pay this on a monthly basis.
Pay this on a monthly basis. So you have instructed this as the deputy CEO, correct?
I have not.
You have not what?
I have not instructed the DCO.
What did you do?
It's a suggestion that he should be paying this on a monthly basis.
Can you read it again, please?
I said DCO pay this on a monthly basis.
Where is the word suggestion there?
That is the fact. I think we have gone over this over and over. Charles Jau is a school owned by KMC. The board chairman reports to the mayor.
Right.
When they have troubles getting payment from KMC, which is budgeted, they bring it to my attention.
Right.
So on the mayor's copy, I'm basically suggesting to the DCO to pay on a monthly basis.
Why is the word suggestion?
The context behind that is when they allow it to accumulate, they struggle to pay the amount. So the context behind that is they keep calling me, the board chairman, the principal, saying KMC has not paid the subvention. We cannot pay our teachers. Can you please prevail on the administration? So on my copy, I wrote to the DCO and say, pay this on a monthly basis. And I've said this over and over, and no matter how many vouchers come, that is the fact. The fact is the CEO is the authorizing officer. I cannot direct the CEO to make any payment. If a CEO who knows their job, their terms of reference, and understands how councils work, if they don't want to make the payment, they say, Mayor, I'm not going to make this payment. It doesn't matter what I say on the voucher. I cannot authorize the CEO to make a payment, but it is copied to my office. So I am abreast with the issue and the challenges of the school. That is my answer.
Are you done?
I am done. Thank you.
Let's go back to the question. What did you write on the voucher?
I already answered that, lead counsel.
Did you write that the CEO should pay?
I wrote that.
You wrote that the CEO should pay.
That's what I wrote. Yes.
Let me have the voucher.
Thank you.
I have another one here. It is also a request on the 21st of December 2020, addressed to the Mayor KMC. You recognize the request?
Yes.
What is that request about?
It's a request for sponsorship from Jali Madi to the mayor's office.
Yes.
Yes.
And then can you please read the content of the request?
I said CEO processed 300 tickets from the culture budget for members of our committee or something.
For members of?
Members of our committee.
You have asked the CEO to process 300 tickets, correct?
Yes.
Would that cost money?
Yes.
Good. May I have that?
Thank you.
We have another one. A voucher number PV 210435.
Request for support from the Bakote Ward Development Committee.
Right.
They wish to embark on a community lighting project. the action is promoted due to continued attacks on people because of darkness at the community at night. Based on these reasons, the community is looking forward to your support from your institution to enable them to implement this noble project. The cost is $235,000. The Ward Development Committee will contribute $75,000 from the Councillor of Bakote, I would presume. And I wrote on the memo, CEO, support the community with matching funding of same amount of $75,000 for this community project.
You've asked the CEO to support the community with $75,000.
Yes, I've requested from the CEO to support it.
Okay, with how much?
$75,000.
$1,000. Did the CEO support the community with that amount?
The voucher suggests so.
No, I am asking you a question and you will answer the question, my friend.
I've answered the question.
Now hold the voucher back.
suggests so.
You just hold the voucher and you will tell us what the voucher says. What is the
Being
amount?
council support to embark on community lighting project at Bakote Ward Development Committee as per the letter, $75,000.
Thank you. May I please have it? We have another one. But you have given your instructions and it was followed.
This is a letter from the Ibo Town New Joshua Ward Development Committee.
Right.
It's a concept note for capacity building, training, and workshop. Introduction. Ibo Town New Joshua Ward is located within the Kanifing municipality with a population of 28,000. The ward is being headed by a councillor and consists of 8 sub-wards. As stated in the Local Government Act 2022, there shall be established a ward development committee in the ward which is being headed by the councillor as the chairman of the committee. Each of these 8 sub-wards has 2 representatives in the ward development committee. The Ward Development Committee wants to embark on a 2-day capacity building workshop training under the leadership of the able councillor, Mr. Habib ML Sise. The training is slated for the 30th June to 1st of July 2021. The training is going to involve 30 participants, which will include the Ward Development Committee, yes, community-based organization representatives, youth group representatives, children's representatives, women representatives, and garage heads. As the WDC is responsible for the running of activities of the ward, they deem it necessary to conduct a training workshop that will help enlighten the community members on land membership mechanisms within the municipality. As land issues are becoming something that is hindering the development of Ibo Town, New Joshua, moreover, issues concerning the allocation of land to women involved in vegetable gardening, as well as the involvement of youths in development activities within the ward. So the objective, methodology, all are put on the target groups. The duration is the training slated 2 days, which will commence 30th June to 1st July. He requested 28,000. I suggested to the CEO to support with 15,000, and the WDC should pay for the rest.
No, read what you wrote.
I said support with 15,850, and the WDC should pay for the rest. That's
So
why
the
I
word,
suggested to the CEO.
just wait for the question. So the word suggested is not there, correct?
It is not there, but that's what it means.
No, I did not ask you what it means yet. Is the word suggested there or not?
It is not there, but that's what it means.
Good.
Thank
May I please? Is that amount paid? The amount that you asked that it be paid, please give it to the witness back. The witness will tell the commission whether what he had asked to be paid, whether it was paid. The voucher.
Yes, it was paid.
Exactly the amount?
Yes.
Anything less?
No.
Anything more?
No.
Let's have the voucher back. Have another voucher here, Mr. Bensouda. See, there are lots of vouchers like this that you have given directives and instructions. This is in line with the evidences of all the CEOs that payments are made upon clearance, especially above $100,000 by the Lord Mayor. The Lord Mayor wants to deny that, the evidence is clear, it speaks for itself. In fact, in addition to that, we have resolutions, which we will show the mayor subsequently. So there would not be any room for denial because the documents will speak for itself. We have another one, PV 210846. Do you recognize the request that is there?
This is from the Public Affairs Manager to the Office of the Lord Mayor requesting for cash. As per your request, QCell Company has donated 100,000 check. In response, please consider the need to exchange the attached cash check to cash that was received towards Ramadan Iftar, initiative for the needy in Kanifing Municipality in partnership with Fi Sabilillah Muslim Association. Your consideration is highly solicited. CEO facilitate an encashment and ensure retirement upon receipt of vouchers.
Did the CEO facilitate encashment? Look at the voucher. The voucher has the figures.
I don't understand the voucher. It
Why?
doesn't seem like an expense.
It doesn't seem like?
An expense.
Why is that?
It seems like a receipt to QCell
Okay, let me see.
for donating $100,000 that I requested for. And like I said, no matter how many documents you bring, the authority for
I
to
am
sign
not,
is the CEO, and that is my response.
Mr. Bensouda, this is not your usual office. And
I am
let
aware.
hear me out. When I speak, please do not speak until I have finished my sentence, and I'll accord you with the same respect. You are here to answer questions. The rules and the laws of the country are very clear. Failure to answer questions is a crime. And I would not hesitate to make the necessary applications. Everyone knows that. So please wait for the question and answer the question. And the idea that you keep on repeating to me that no matter how much I ask, my question remain the same answer, just answer the questions. That is not a polite way of answering questions. All right?
Lead counsel, I would appreciate you to refer to me as Mayor Bensouda, not Mr. Bensouda. Secondly, I do not think you should threaten me. I will answer every question that I'm asked, but not to be dictated how I answer. Thank you.
Honorable Chairperson, for the record, if I am wrong in addressing the witness as Mr. Bensouda, I stand to be corrected. The laws of the Gambia are very clear. No man is above the law. Nobody is above the law. And as far as I am concerned, witnesses that appear before me, they wear the same cap. No distinction. If I choose to address the witness as mayor, that is my discretion. If I choose to address the witness as Mr. Bensouda, it remains to be my discretion. And that is what I want to bring to the attention of the chairperson for your comments.
It is noted. Mr. Bensouda, let us answer the questions. And I believe that we are here to ask questions and to answer questions and to help the Commission appreciate the issues. So I believe you will be doing justice to yourself. Even if the question is asked 100 times, it is the law. Your purview is to answer the questions, right?
Yes, ma. I think I am answering the question.
Yes, but let me just. I will not preside over the back and forth, and I implore you to answer the questions. And where I believe that counsel need to rephrase, I will intervene and make sure that he rephrases the questions he needs to ask. All right? may
Thank you very
proceed.
much, Honorable Chairperson. Mr. Talib Ahmed Bensouda, I have a voucher for you. The voucher is PV number 210846. Please have a look at the voucher. You recognize that the request?
Mr. Patrick Gomez, yes, I recognize the voucher. Thank you.
What, can you please read the request, please?
The request is from the Public Affairs Manager to the Lord Mayor, copied CEO and Director of Finance. Reference is KMC ADM 08, dated 19th April 2021, requesting for cash already donated by QCell.
Did you meet on that request?
That's what I'm explaining to you, yes. This is my testimony, and it is a request for cash already donated by QCell, which I requested for as mayor.
Okay.
It says, as per your request, QCell company has donated $100,000 a check. In response, please consider the need to exchange the attached cash check to cash that was received towards the Ramadan Iftar initiative for the needy in the Kanifing municipality, in partnership with Fisabilillah Muslim Association. Your cooperation is highly solicited. IRI CEO facilitate encashment and ensure retirement of receipt and vouchers. The voucher is the removal of the cash already donated by QCell at my request to save the council money from paying that directly.
May I please have the voucher? Next, another one of the PV 180778. So just to conclude on the one of the 19th of April 2021, the one that says facilitate encashment, the amount is $100,000. The pay is Isaac to was Sehu M Sabali, but there is a pen overriding that, and we have a name written with pen. It says Isaac to Ndao for $100,000. Now the one you have, Mr. Bensouda, can you please read the request?
Thank you, Mr. Gomez. It says, from Parliament Jiba, Councillor Abuko Ward, Lord Mayor's Office, Kanifing Municipal Council, P.O. Box 2039, Kanifing, the Gambia. Dear sir, I am writing with all due respect in request for support of the amount of $10,000 to distribute to 4 football teams in Abuko as a token of appreciation. The letter, is dated 30th July 2018, 2 months in office. It could be recalled a few weeks ago, I called youths of my ward through their football teams for a community service in which they impressively done the drainage in the gutters at the highway. These are teams that are imminently about to kickstart their Nawetan season with a weak financial support. I am hoping the little token can solve few of their problems and motivate them to always join the community service whenever they are called upon. I write, CEO pay the director of service $10,000 and he should go to Abuko to identify the teams and dispose with advice from the councillor.
May I have it? The last one for the discussion today, hopefully, is a memo from the Chairman, Establishment and Appointment Committee to the Lord Mayor. Now, the one I have just shown the witness reads, pay Director of Service the 10,000 and he should go to Abuko to identify the teams. Now, before you treat that one, did the director of service pay the 10,000 that you have instructed him to pay?
From the voucher, it seems so.
It seems so. Good. Yes, so the one you have, can we please see, can you please read the memo?
Is from the chairman of the Establishment and Appointment Committee to the Lord Mayor, copy CEO, copy file, 7 May 2021. Request for honorarium for the HR expert. I write to inform you that the committee has been engaged on reviewing 2 manuals we tasked the HR expert to develop. These are the training manual and the vehicle policy manual. The 2 policy documents have never existed before in the council, and these have created instances where management finds it difficult to act accordingly in terms of capacitizing training staff and ensuring the just use of council vehicles. We have reviewed the drafts and met with the directors to allow them to have an insight on the documents and make their input. The next step is to present the rest to the General Council meeting. For now, it is believed that since the HR expert has done a tremendous amount of work in drafting these 2 policies, we want to recommend that he is given honorarium to show our appreciation. Considering the foregoing, we recommend an amount of $150,000 to be given to him as honorarium. May I mention that developing these 2 vital documents may have cost the council a bit more if they were outsourced. We count on your usual support and approval. CEO, 100,000 approved for Mr. Modungay.
You wrote to the CEO to say that you have approved $100,000.
I minuted on the request of the councillor.
No, that's not the question. The question is you wrote on the document addressed to this. Please let me finish my question with all due respect. You wrote on the document addressed to the CEO, correct?
Yes.
And you had approved an amount, correct?
The activity, the amount request.
That is not the question. Is it a yes or a no? No, I did not approve the amount, or yes, I approve the amount. Did you approve the amount?
No.
You did not approve the amount. Can you please read it again? Your minute.
I said 100,000 approved for Modugay.
So 100,000 approved for Modugay is still not approval?
No.
Good. Let me have it. See, some things are so clear, Madam Chairperson, that we would not even go further. So let me read for the commissioners. The Lord Mayor, in his capacity for being the Mayor of KMC, wrote when the request was raised that CEO $100,000 approved. I do not think approval has another meaning. We have just 2 more with the words approve and then we go.
Clerk to council to the Lord Mayor, copied from the clerk to the council to the Lord Mayor, copied the Chief Executive Officer, copy file. From the Establishment and Appointment Committee recommendation, at the meeting of the Establishment and Appointment, from the meeting of the Establishment and Appointment Committee held on 8 June 2022, by recommendation of all members, I write to inform you that members having been informed of the accident of Banna Jasi, a senior market collector, was involved a year ago whilst coming to work, and whereas members were informed that Mrs. Jasi is still not in good condition of health, and whereas members were informed that Mrs. Jasi is on routine medication, and where members were informed that Mrs. Jasi wrote to the council to support her, now be recommended that the council support the senior market collector with an amount of 25,000. Deputy Director of Services approved. I believe this by the CEO and accounts paid.
So you have approved the request?
The CEO approved the request. I'm not in this memo.
May I please say it? Please read the second one.
Office of the Youth Councillor writes to the Office of the Mayor, requests to pay Nyancho. I write to request that the council pay Nyancho the sum of 100,000. This sum was taken in the form of tickets from him for his show that was held on 19 March 2022 by Lord Mayor Talib Ahmed Bensouda. Please find attached the invoice for the tickets. DCO approved, this is me, and then to the Director of Finance, please pay.
You are in that memo?
Yes,
And what did you write on that memo?
I approve the request.
And what was the request?
Pardon?
What was the request?
To approve the support of an artist called Nyancho for the purchase of tickets by the Youth Council.
How much was it?
100,000.
How much did you approve?
I didn't put an amount, I just said approved.
Let me see. Just take it back. The request was for support, correct?
Yes,
For how much was the amount stated?
100,000 worth of tickets for the artist.
That is what is stated in the request.
Yes.
And you approved the request.
Yes.
Does that exclude the amount or does it include the amount?
Excludes the amount.
Your approval excludes the amount.
Yeah.
Where is it stated that your approval excludes the amount?
I never approve amounts. I approve activities, and if an amount requires my insights, I will say reduce. So
Right.
like I've said before, over and over.
Yes. Did you state that you are approving the activity and not the amount?
I approve the activity. And there's been instances where the approval is written to the CEO. The CEO tells me there's no money. I take from my personal money and donate it.
That's not the question. Did you approve, did you state in that memo that you are approving the activity and not the amount?
I did not write anything. I just said approved.
Okay. Now, how much was paid?
100,000
Good. As requested.
by the Youth Council.
Yes. Let's have it. We have resolutions giving you powers, but we will come to that after break. The last resolution that you spoke about that talked about the threshold. In fact, the exhibits you have tendered today, I had you, just correct me if I am wrong, that there were communications there that addressed the issue of threshold. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Would you be able to guide the commission?
Debate on thresholds.
Yes. Need time, we can always come back to it.
Pardon?
I said, if you need time, we can always come back to it. We can give you
Well,
considerable time to.
you said you want me to read it.
I said whether you can identify the threshold in the exhibits you have tendered, but I'm suggesting, have you seen it?
Yes, I know this memo. I was there.
Okay, please read it out for us.
So this is on 19 March 2019. It's a General Council meeting. On the 8.18 agenda, there was a debate on thresholds. The new Joshua Ibotown Ward Councillor reminded members of Section 18 of the Local Government Act, which explains that the composition of the contract committee. However, he harped on the reluctance of the committee to bring contract issues to be discussed at the General Council. He proposed to members to consider putting a threshold exceeding 200,000 for the CEO and for any amount beyond that to be tabled at the General Council. The Council took reference to a payment of $300,000 to Charles Jau, a payment he adduced didn't come through the General Council. He concluded by painting a bleak picture of internal audit department, whom he said are not helping track these questionable payments and report to Council. The chairman clarified that GPPA as a regulatory body approves contracts that go beyond 500,000. Such contracts, he explains, pass through public tender. He said the reason why the interim management committee had a threshold of $100,000 was they wanted to put their house, $100,000 was they were in-house as opposed to the new council who only sits once a month. And if all contracts are to be brought to the council, then we will have serious delay in implementation of projects. He informed members since the council vehicle tender, no other contract was awarded until last week when the Serakunda Market detachable waiting shed and the Latkumbalo Road were approved by GPPA. The Bagote Ward Councillor, for his part, complained that when contract approvals are given by General Council, the costs involved in such contracts are never disclosed. This, he adduced, was confusing. He branded management as being too technical, and even if they were to put a threshold 500,000 for the CEO, they can always break it into two just to avoid the contract being brought to council for scrutiny. The councillor for New Joshua, Ibotown Ward, was of the view that the finance department were not doing enough in advising council on matters relating to management expenditure, especially where contractual arrangements are concerned. He also went further to enjoin the contract committee to keep council members abreast of the amounts of contracts being awarded. The councillor concluded by touching on the incentives being given to the technical advisors, which he adduced were not originally part of the mutual agreement. He said vehicles are being provided to them which shouldn't be. He therefore urged management to address what he deemed as an anomaly. In response, the chairman of the contract committee delved on the committee's work to ensure fiscal morality. In response, the chairman of the contract committee delved on his committee's work to ensure fiscal morality. They have, according to him, saved council an amount of $10 million during the waste truck negotiations with the supplier.
So these were, let me just cut you short there. These were the discussions with respect to the threshold.
Yes.
Was there a resolution passed?
We agreed in principle that it should always go to the council.
No. Was there a resolution passed?
From what I see, there was no resolution passed, but it was agreed.
Okay. Do we have the agreement?
That's what we've been trying to find. Clark said he submitted all his documents here.
There's no agreement.
But it is in force. It is an agreement.
There's an agreement.
I was there.
I know. But we don't have an agreement.
We cannot find it yet because Clark cannot find it.
How does council show evidence of agreement?
Through minutes or resolutions?
Minutes or resolutions?
Yes.
Should it not be through minutes or through resolutions? When council agrees on something, they pass a resolution.
In practice, yes.
And by law? And by law? No?
Say it again?
And by law as well?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. So is there a law that provides that council can agree on something and not pass a resolution?
There's no law that says we cannot.
No, that's not the question. See, Mr. Bensouda, just answer the question.
There's no law that says council has to agree by resolution.
All right. Now, can you answer the question? Is there a law that says council can have an agreement and not necessarily pass a resolution?
Say it again. I don't understand the question.
Is there a law that says that council can have an agreement without passing a resolution?
There's no law.
Okay. Now, do you have a resolution that exists in council that has outlined the threshold based on the minutes of that meeting?
I was in a meeting at the General Council where we agreed on this threshold.
Okay. You still haven't answered the question. Is there a resolution that council passed that has outlined the threshold based on that meeting.
I believe when the council agrees, it's a resolution. Whether it is
Madam Chairperson, can the witness answer the question? It's a direct and simple question. The witness must answer the question.
Mayor Bensouda, do you understand the question?
I understand, Madam. However, I believe the council is trying to dictate my answer. I am in a meeting. I am the mayor. I am there. We discuss thresholds. We agree on thresholds. It is in practice. It is in force. I cannot answer how the lead council wants me to answer. We agreed, we discussed. The councillors want to know every contract that is signed above 500,000. They even wanted lower thresholds for the CEO. It is in several minutes, it's in several discussions. It's in last time I tendered, where the finance committee chair states, their Lord Mayor, the approval of the CEO as low as, the approval of the mayor as low as 100,000, which was currently in force, is illegal, because we have a finance manual that says it should be the authority of the council. So these are all documentary evidences that this is in force and it is in practice. Now, the lead counsel is asking whether there is a written resolution. Resolutions of the council can come in practice, can come in agreement. Sorry, it can come in a written form, it can come in agreement. There are issues that are discussed where the council agrees that this is what we are going to do, and it is not a resolution format. There are many issues where council says, because there's only certain issues we put in resolution, especially when it comes to a disagreement among council members. So this is what has been in practice in KMC.
Yes, we understand that there is practice and procedure in council. And there is also, you do agree with me that there is also set regulations. You have just said right now that the contracts committee has asked that you as council should follow the manual. Because when I asked for that resolution, whether it was passed, you referred me to a document that you have sent it, you have put in, which have been admitted in evidence, to say that the contracts committee has said that you should follow the manual. So I believe it is in order for council to ask you whether in this specific term, whether there was a resolution to that effect. So if there is no resolution, there is no resolution. If there is a resolution, it is a simple answer.
Yes, so what I said
Yes.
was it was agreed.
But was there a resolution to that effect?
I'm coming.
Yes.
Sometimes
Yes.
we agree on something,
Yes.
and there's a clerical error.
When you agree, is it written?
It is not always put in the format of a resolution.
Yes, but that is why he is asking you to have confirmation from you. If it is just agreed upon and it is not written, that is the clarity we want. And that should be in the position to help us understand what is being directed by both the Act and the manual. Right? So can you please answer the question? The best way you can.
The best
Please,
way I can.
yes,
I cannot
so answer the
way
question.
it is
He
possible.
is asking you a question.
Yes.
Answer the question.
So sometimes we agree
Yes.
whether the clerk drafts it in a resolution format or not. That is for the clerk.
In
to
this
provide.
instant,
So in this
no, wait. In this instant, was there a resolution to that effect?
I've asked the clerk, and that's what he's trying to find.
Okay.
And some of times,
So your answer is you are trying to find out whether there is a resolution or not.
with the best of my knowledge, with utmost truth, we agreed on it. It should have been drafted in a resolution in my memory.
Yes.
But I asked the clerk, he said he's trying to find it, but he remembers it.
Okay, we will give you the time to find out. So if he does find out that there is a resolution, you will come back to say that there is a resolution, and we will see the resolution.
If he does
and that
find
will answer the question.
Yes, if you
We will give you time to do that. And the answer you have given, you understand, we will take that for now to say you have instructed your clerk to check, because that is what you agreed, So if it is in the form of a resolution, he will find out and he will get back to us by
Because,
tomorrow.
can I come, madam?
Madam Chair, may I
Yes.
respectfully guide the commission?
Yes.
Witnesses are to answer questions. Now, failure to answer a question is a crime. And then so a witness can answer a question either in the affirmative or the negative, or can say, I do not know, I will find out, in clear terms, so that the evidence will reflect the answer that is given. Now, the question was specific, was clear to everybody. Is there a resolution? And so if there is a resolution, the witness will say yes. If there is no resolution, the witness will say there is no resolution. Or the third limb is, I do not know, I will find out. But not answering the question cannot be condoned, and I will urge the commissioners not to condone it. We have not condoned it for any witness. I do not think we should condone it for Mr. Bensouda.
Madam Chair, can I comment?
I think we have dealt with this question, right? We
Yes,
have concluded on this, right? You have asked that you have instructed your clerk to check whether there was a resolution.
Yes,
Yes,
we have come twice,
yes.
and twice I said that we have agreed in the council, but I've asked the clerk. Today I said, the clerk said he submitted most of his documents. I also said, he said he recalls the conversation, but he doesn't know whether it was in a resolution. I also said, agreements are made in council that don't have to be in resolution format. And I believe witnesses also have rights, and I believe I should not be forced to give an answer that the lead counsel likes. I will answer to the best of my knowledge how I can. But to force me to say this is how you have to answer, you are trying to incriminate me or you are trying to entrap me, and I don't think that is right.
I believe that is a misconception on your part to make that assumption that the lead counsel wants to incriminate you. This commission is a fact-finding mission. It is what we ask you, and it is what you respond to. And it is also what we have in the form of documentary evidence and other evidence that we will rely on. So I don't think it is correct to make that assertion. The lead counsel can no way force you to answer question for the purpose of incriminating you. I don't think so. So, counsel, can we proceed?
I will proceed, Madam Chair. I will not respond to that comment. The resolution, the General Council meeting minutes that you are reading, which is the 19th of March 2019. Can you show us where the agreement is with respect to the threshold?
I did not say there was an agreement. I said there was a discussion. I believe when the document came, you can rewind the tapes. I said on the meeting of March 2019, the threshold matter was discussed. It was a debate about thresholds. I did not say there was an agreement. I said, I remember there was an agreement, but the clerk said he also remembers there's an agreement, but he doesn't know whether he put it in resolution. I think we were talking about two different things.
Mr. Bensouda, if there's an agreement, will it be in the minutes of meeting?
It should be in the minutes of meeting.
If there is an agreement, it should be in the minutes of meetings.
I did not say this minutes discussed the agreement. I said in the evidence I have submitted, you can see there's clearly a debate and concern about thresholds by the council. You can rewind the tapes.
Let me ask my question again. Now, let's start with these minutes of meeting. Is this the meeting that the threshold were discussed?
The threshold was discussed several meetings.
How many meetings?
From the minutes I've seen, about 3 meetings.
Where are the minutes of meetings?
I submitted all that evidence.
Okay. Please, Honorable Chair, we apply that the registrar, during the break, accord the witness the minutes of meetings that were submitted so that he can go through the minutes of meetings and advise the commission accordingly with respect to the minutes of meetings that he had submitted that had the issue of threshold.
Madam Chair, I would like to request that I have my break to also mentally rest and take sustenance.
Are you telling us that you will not look at the minutes that you have submitted as evidence when we come back?
I said when we come back, I can look at it, but he said I should look at it in my break. I was appealing like everybody else as my basic human rights.
May I guide the commission?
Yes, please.
Let the registrar do the needful, photocopy the documents that are admitted and submit it and serve the witness. If the witness chooses not to go through it, that is his right, So, but for us, we will apply that the registrar copy these exhibits and serve the witness.
All right. Application granted.
Thank you.
So you will have time to look at the documents.
After
And
the-
when we come back, and you will let us. I've been informed that it's 1 o'clock. We will rise, and we will come back after the break.